I said I was going to mention this. So, those of you who are wondering, hey Alex, when's your next movie going to come out pretty soon? Well, I'm working on it right now. Now, before I even show you the script, just to assure all you, this may have been something I've done before, but I want you to know I am going full rated R. I mean full rated R. What I mean by that? The script I worked on is called Galactic Ryder Episode 1. Now, before anyone says anything, I want you to assure all of you, I promise all of you, this is not a Tokuzaku style, well, not really a Tokuzaku style movie. What I mean by Tokuzaku, I mean people in super suits fighting monsters. Now, of course, this may have a bit of a Tokuzaku feel, but that's not the one thing I should probably say. The suit I'm wearing is not a super suit, not what I've written to be a super suit. So it's a suit, not technically super, but it may have some energy in it, but this is something I would probably tell you. You guys ever wonder if Power Rangers was more adult and less kid friendly? That's the type of tone I'm kind of going for. Now, like I said, this is not a super suit I'm wearing. I will be wearing the helmet, which the helmet you may have seen me more in this video. So yes. Now, for anyone who says anything, now the combination of this film, I will tell you, is Star Wars. So yes, it's a space opera, but let's refer it as a sci-fi opera. Let's refer it as that instead. Power Rangers, so maybe a little Tokuzaku-ish, not too much, not too necessarily a Tokuzaku, but let's just say instead of the sparks and explosions, why not blood? And don't worry if you're wondering, saying, you aren't really going to make this for kids, right? No. Because what I wrote down here, F-bombs. Large amount of F-bombs. So this is more of an adult Power Rangers. This is Power Rangers for adults. So no, there won't be any sparks or explosions or anything like that. This is more an adult style. And yes, the other combination I will mention, Star Trek. So don't worry, there won't be all that Trekkie babble stuff you may have seen in Star Trek. It will have me wear the futuristic sunglasses. But yeah, this is something I really worked. And I know I said this before. I dug deep, deep through the earth to make this project. I mean, dug straight in the earth to make this project. And if you're wondering why I'm looking out the window, because they're doing some leaf blowing shit outside. But either way, you know, this is something now I know you guys probably said in what I said in the little short I did, how I was going to do things a lot more different in this film. Well, I can assure you I won't be working with the producer. Well, I'll be a producer, but I did show this to a real producer earlier last month, and then the end of last month, and I think at the end of last month, I spoke to a real producer. The producer's name is this. Now, yes, for anyone who says anything, he's a real producer. So it was a real producer I'm going to. The only thing is, he said he liked my script. He really liked my script. But, like TLC would say in their song, Waterfalls, but I think you're moving too fast. Yes. I was moving too fast. And when he said my script was good, I was enthralledly happy, to the point of the fact that I was kind of crying a bit. But yes, despite all that, I showed him my script, all single pages of these, and he loved it. But he said one thing that did kind of burst my bubble a little bit, and that is, your script is good, but it's not a proper script. So I wasn't let down by that. I'm like, okay, good. The whole idea was to show a producer my script, not, saying, here we go, we got it, it's all ready, let's make it. Like, no. Guys, that's not how it works. Yes, I understand, guys, that's not how it works. I 100% understand that's not how the hell that works. That's not how it works. It's not how it works in general. You don't just you just don't go into a producer's office, start saying, hey, I got this, let's get it made right now. Let's get it made right now. Like, come on, let's do this. Like, no. Come on, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Now, of course, this script, I am going to have it be a YouTube project film. So don't worry, moms. All moms out there. Yes, I will have a parental message in the beginning where it says, your expression is advised. This may have a lot of swears. This may have a lot of violence. Bloody violence. So it's basically sum up this. Yeah. But just to let you guys know, I really worked really hard, and as much as I really want this to be an actual script, I want a real producer to, produce. I can do that, but I gotta write a proper script. So Cruisco, show me sites where you can do a proper script. My friend Chris Dreyer also was giving me ideas of places I can learn how to write a real script. And of course, my own mother herself, Loretta Holliday, also suggested I take some script writing classes. And can I tell you the good news? I want to do it. But with Gino, there's still one thing I have to do. Now, he texted me if I take classes with him, basically. He basically said, yes, you can do the classes, only one thing. It's going to cost you $500 3 months. So if you add that up, 500 plus 500 plus 500, what does that make? Exactly. $15K. No, well, yeah, $15K. But either way, I will do this project first on YouTube. But will this be the last YouTube film project I will do? That's the one thing I'm not quite sure about. Now, if I take these college classes to learn how to write a real script, learn how to write, how scripts are properly made, yes, I will take the classes. Not with Gino, but with these college classes that are here in Massachusetts or certain parts of Massachusetts, I will, well, mostly they're in Boston, so yes. But if I will mention one thing about Gino. He does know certain celebrities. I know my mom does, but he does know certain celebrities. Case in point, Adam Sandler. He also mentioned Cameron Diaz and maybe a couple of people he mentioned. But yes, it's just, I just have a lot of decisions to make for which classes I would take. Now yes, Gino, I told him, I already texted him before. I'm not going to text him again because I don't want to seem like I'm pestering him. But, you know, I do want to take some classes to write a proper script. Now, how I learned how to write a script, how I learned how to do what I did right here. Let me tell you, I've been writing scripts, well, not proper scripts, but I've been writing scripts the best way I can. Give people the lines, description of the action, and, you know, stuff that they do in general. But yes, there's more to it than that. Now, I'm not saying you have to, I mean, yes, you do have to give certain details. Now, the way how I've been doing it, it's good, but it's not proper. Yes, like I said. But either way, this will be the project I will do for right now. Beginning of next year, will I start making real scripts with real producers, or real scripts that I can get like a bachelor's degree of doing them. Now, the one issue I've always had about doing these classes is all about the money. Like how much it's going to cost for the money. But I am going to do more research. Will it cost me money to do these classes, or will it cost me something to do these classes? Now, of course, my mom may have said they're free, but I have to look at the information she gave me before. If it's free, then I can more than happy do them, honestly. You know, they're in Cambridge. But either way, yes, I do want to work with a real producer. I do want to work with real actors. And I did want to work with real actors with this one. But now, with that being done and said, I will mention another thing I should probably mention, and that is I found new actors. Not just Gavin and Krusco, but these two new actors that thankfully Dan and my friend Chris have also found for me. Which I can say, God bless the two of you. But yes, the two new actors I'm going to add in this project, who I actually spoke with. Not in person, but hopefully I can meet them in person. Email them their script. And email them, let them know what their availability is, when they can be available, and when I can add them in the project. Now, yes, both of them do know a form of fighting style, so meaning martial arts or boxing or some type of fighting style, which is good, because the roles I have for them might be a little bit more different than what I've done before. But this time around, I know you're probably going to say, so this is going to be like Star Riders, the beginning. Think of this as Star Riders, the beginning, but the way how I wanted to make it before. Now, if you saw my film Star Riders, the beginning, with me and Krusco being the main characters, originally there was supposed to be a third character named Nick in the project. So think of this as Star Riders, the beginning, but the way how I wanted to do it. I wanted to have my characters wear helmets. So yes, I could have, and originally this was going to be called Star Riders Episode 1. So if you see right here, how it says Star has Ryder with a Y, that's how I knew I was going to do it. But I gave it the name Galactic Riders because that might be more of an original name. But either way, if you're wondering, this is not the full version of what I did before this year. So that one film I did called Galaxy Ryder, I took it down. Because I don't want you guys to get confused saying, is this the same thing? Are you going to be wearing the same costume? No. Absolutely not. This is something I put a lot of my own money in the mix. Meaning I had to buy myself some new props. Pilot helmets, 3 of them, and the motorcycle helmet I bought earlier this year, but that's not what we're really talking about. But yeah, the motorcycle helmet is still going to be in the project. I am going to wear another jumpsuit, a khaki, well, a beige one. But either way, I just want to let you guys know, this is something I am truly passion in the making. Now, yes, is this another reference to Soma's Star Rider or / Soma's Sonic Ranger? No, I'm not playing a robot, and no, I won't be playing any type of robot. This is a Tokuzaku style fantasy space opera, let's just say that. And no, this won't be tying into what's going on for right now in real life. So this is more like an escapism. This won't be any connecting anything to real life stuff or anything like that. This is mostly a space alien, an alien guy who wears a bat costume. So don't worry if you're asking another question. Billy Ray will not be the main villain. Gavin Cox will not be the main villain. The 2 actors I pick, well, not I didn't pick them, but Dan and Chris, the two of them who chose these actors, these will be my new actors to play my villains. And yes, good news, Manny's back in Boston. Nas is obviously, well, he's down for whatever, but either way, either way, we're going to have some fun. We are all going to have a lot of fun. I just need to get a few more other people, like my other 2 sisters, Sade and Lachana. And yeah, I'm still going to add Billy in the mix, so don't worry. So this is something I've worked really hard on. This is what I'm going to be doing for right now. But will in the future, will I make an actual real script or hire someone to do a script for me? Well, it's just a matter of time. It'll happen. But let me just tell you, get ready. And those of you moms out there, don't let your kids watch this. Well, if they're under 15, don't let them watch this. Because you might not like what my creative mind has created. So with that being done and said, get ready. That's all I can say is get ready. So that being done and said, Alex Holliday, outro. And one last comment I want to mention. The person you see in the end of this video is the real Steve Bloom. Voice of Spike, Tom, and many other voice acting characters he's done. So definitely listen to him when he says, Steve,
Yo, Steve Bloom here, voice of Spike Spiegel. Remember to subscribe and get vertical.